Hello, Harmony Heroes. Welcome back to the Music in Our Homeschool podcast. This is your host, Gena Mayo, and today marks the 100th episode of the Music in Our Homeschool podcast. And to celebrate, I want to take a moment and explain how music can actually work in your homeschool and why just 15 minutes at a time is enough to provide a high-quality music education, even if you don't feel musical yourself. If you've ever thought, I know music is important, but I don't have time, or I don't know enough to teach it well, or we keep starting and stopping and I feel like I'm failing, this episode is for you. I'm going to walk you through the rhythm, RHYTHM. Each letter stands for a different element of the 15-minute music method. This is the framework behind everything I create at Music in Our Homeschool, and I will show you how it plays out in real life using some of the courses included in our Music in Our Homeschool Plus basic tier of the membership, which is only $19 a month. So let's get started learning about the rhythm of the 15-minute music method. If you are a homeschooler looking for ways to easily and affordably include a quality music education in your homeschool, you've come to the right place. This is the Music in Our Homeschool podcast. I'm Gena Mayo, homeschooling mom of 8 and music teacher for over 30 years. Most homeschool parents, myself included, don't actually struggle with motivation. They struggle with sustainability. Music education often falls into one of two extremes. We try to do too much and then we burn out, or we keep putting it off because it feels too confusing or too complicated. What families need is not more curriculum. You need rhythm. Music by nature is rhythmic. It works best when it's short, consistent, and repeated over time, not crammed into long sessions every once in a while. That's where the 15-minute music method comes in, and at the heart of this method is something I call rhythm, RHYTHM. So let's walk through each part. R stands for realistic time, only 15 minutes. The music lessons I create for you to use in your homeschool are short, focused, and designed to fit real homeschool days because I, as a homeschooling mom of 8, know what a real homeschool day is like. 15 minutes is long enough to listen, engage, and learn, but short enough that you or your kids don't dread it. This is why Music in Our Homeschool lessons work whether you're homeschooling one child or 8, whether you're consistent every day or just once a week. For example, in the 15-minute music lesson online course, one of the core courses that's part of our basic tier of MIOH Plus, Music in Our Homeschool Plus, each lesson is intentionally designed to fit into that short window. You press play, listen, talk a little, maybe do a worksheet or an online quiz, and you're done. No prep and super easy to implement. H stands for high quality, thoughtful instruction. Short does not mean shallow. This is one of the biggest misconceptions about homeschool music education. Every course inside Music in Our Homeschool Plus is built on musically sound, developmentally appropriate instruction. In case you don't know my background, I studied music education at Baylor University and taught music in the public school system for 5 years. I've also received my master's degree in music, in vocal pedagogy, that's teaching voice lessons, before having my first child and starting to homeschool. I've continually taught music all these years, though. Early childhood music and movement, mommy and me classes, music theater directing, voice and singing classes, music theory, music history, music appreciation, and much more. I've taught online at a local theater company, at our homeschool co-op, and of course, in my own home with my own kids. Through it all, I've adapted the lessons I've created for music in our homeschool for real homeschool life. When your children explore American composers in the American music course, or learn how music connects to geography and culture in the world music course, they're engaging with real musical ideas, not fluff. They're studying famous composers, learning to recognize their pieces, and understanding the difference between instruments from around the world. High quality doesn't require long lessons. It requires thoughtful design. Rhythm, R-H-Y. Y stands for you don't have to be the expert. This one is huge. You don't need a music degree. I have one. 2, in fact. You don't need to read music fluently. You'll learn alongside your kids if you desire to. You don't need to know what to say ahead of time. It's all written out for you. The lessons are guided, done for you, and click and go. Courses like Learn Classical Music with Cartoons or Intro to Musicals walk your kids through listening, recognizing themes, and understanding style while you simply facilitate. Your job isn't to teach everything. Your job is to show up alongside your kids, press play, and enjoy it with them. T stands for Together Multi-Age Learning. This is one of the reasons families tell me music in our homeschool is the thing they found that finally works for them. You don't need a separate plan for every child. One lesson can serve preschoolers, elementary students, middle schoolers, and even high schoolers. Each child takes something different from the experience, and that's okay. Courses like State Songs of the 50 U.S. states or music lessons for holidays and special days are designed specifically for shared family learning. Music becomes something you do together, not just one more subject to manage separately. H stands for heart-led and joy-centered. Music education is not meant to be pressured. We don't start with listening to hour-long, boring symphonies. We start with short listening, curiosity, and enjoyment. When children associate music with joy, they stay open to learning. And they might eventually decide they want to listen to that hour-long symphony. That's why even lighter courses like music lessons for holidays and special days matter so much. They build emotional connection, music related to everyday life through holidays, which lays the groundwork for deeper understanding later. Joy is our goal for everything. Follow the child, give short doses for their hearts, and learning occurs along the way. We're to the final letter, R-H-Y-T-H-M. M stands for momentum through repetition. Short, repeatable musical encounters done consistently add up. You often don't see massive growth within 1 week, but over months, over years, children begin to recognize composers and their styles. They hear patterns. They develop musical intuition. That's exactly why the music lesson calendar of the month, which is the basis of the Music in Our Homeschool Plus membership, is so powerful. It removes decision fatigue from the homeschooling parent and keeps music happening regularly. Momentum comes from showing up, not from doing it perfectly. Let me take a moment to explain what the music lesson calendar of the month is. It's a curated calendar of 15-minute music lessons that come from 7 of my most popular online courses: American Music, World Music, Learn Classical Music with Cartoons, Intro to Musicals, Music Lessons for Holidays and Special Days, the 15-minute music lesson course, and State Songs of the 50 U.S. states. You just head to musicinourhomeschool.com/calendar every day that you're doing music and click the link for that day. No planning ahead of time, no extra brain power needed. The music lesson calendar of the month is available as the basis of each of the tiers of the Music in Our Homeschool Plus membership, even the basic tier, which is only $19 a month. Everything I've just described, the rhythm, The 15-minute music method, the consistency, the joy is built into the Music in Our Homeschool Plus basic tier membership. The basic tier includes 7 full courses, and they're valued at over $350. You also get the music lesson calendar of the month and a monthly set of fine art pages for easy and beautiful art appreciation, too. It's designed so that you don't have to figure out what to do or when to do it. You simply follow the rhythm. Let's review those one more time. The rhythm of the 15-minute music method. R stands for realistic time, only 15 minutes. H for high quality, thoughtful instruction. Y for you don't have to be the expert. T for together, multi-age learning. H for heart-led and joy-centered. And M for momentum through repetition. If music has felt important but elusive in your homeschool, if you want your children to grow up comfortable with music, not intimidated by it, if you want something that's both high quality and sustainable, I invite you to explore the Music in Our Homeschool Plus membership. Start with the basic tier. Build the rhythm into your homeschool. Let music become a natural part of your homeschooling week. You can learn more at musicinourhomeschool.com/membership. Thanks so much for listening today. And remember, you don't need more time. You just need a better rhythm. I hope you'll take a moment to subscribe or follow the podcast. I'll be back with you next week when we talk about how to confidently teach music even if you can't read a note. Until then, keep the rhythm of music in your homeschool.